Welcome back to the Convocation Center. We have been here since 2. We have got our final matchup, and this one projects to be a doozy. It is the Meigs Marauders back at the Convocation Center, the site of heartbreak last year. They're looking to avenge the Demons as they take on Washington Courthouse. The Blue Lions looking to try and keep their postseason rolling. I'm Ethan Sargent. Daniel Barnard is with me as he's been all afternoon, and we're hoping for a tight matchup here in what should be a fantastic game. I'm expecting we've got fireworks. We've got multiple representatives from the all-district team in Division 4, a first-teamer on one side, a second-teamer on the other, and it's a battle of big men. That's the big thing that's coming from this game. We'll start off with, of course, the showpiece of this game, and it is, of course, Carson Davis from Meigs. First-team all-district, averages a cool 23.3 points per game, and he is somebody who is able to take over a game at any given moment, Daniel.
Yeah, no, he absolutely is. He recently just became Meigs' all-time leading scorer, so he averages 23 a game, and he's been doing it his whole high school career. This isn't a one-off year type of thing for Carson Davis.
It's a 2-year thing, really.
Yeah.
You think about it, he transferred in last year when his father came in to coach Meigs.
So he's been getting it done.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been getting it done for the Marauders. This Marauders team can put points up in a hurry, and let me tell you, we are searching for some points, especially after that last game, a 48-22 final Unioto with the win over Logan Elm. Meigs scores 67 points per game. They give up 60, though. So Washington Courthouse, who comes in here tonight only scoring 51 points per game, they might have a chance to add to that total here this evening. Ethan, we talked about it, Meigs 15-8 on the season. They went 10-2 in the TVC Ohio, splitting the conference with the Wellston Golden Rockets, who we will see tomorrow night against Chesapeake. So the Golden Rockets will be in action here from the Convo tomorrow evening, but Meigs beat Wellston twice. They lost to Vinton County twice, and you were talking about it before we went live. This Washington Courthouse team took it to Vinton County earlier this year. So if that's any bit of an indicator as to what we're going to see tonight, it's not good for Meigs fans, but Meigs is a better team than Vinton County. They just had off nights against the Vikings.
It was mental. I'm still convinced it was mental. That was a good Vinton County team right there, even though they exited the postseason. That was a solid Vinton County squad, but there's no doubt this Meigs team had more talent than that, and they ended up coming up short in both of those matchups. But look, they won't really mind as long as they can sharpen their iron now and get farther in the postseason than they did last year. Of course, last year they made it past this round, but they lost in the district championship game to New Lexington in double overtime. We talked about that with the Panthers earlier. You know that weighs heavy on the minds of these Marauders, and they're looking to try and get back to the district championship game where they would face Unioto. The winner of this game will take on the Sherman Tanks. We saw them take down Logan Elm in the matchup just a few moments ago. Congratulations are in order for Carson Davis. A couple weeks ago, he committed to Cornell University up in Ithaca. He'll be playing ball for the Bears, and that'll be fun to see him play at the next level. Obviously, more than capable. We talk about a battle of big men. We haven't given the Washington Courthouse big men his due, specifically Noah Haithcock, second-team all-district player in the SPMHA District 14. It's number 30. He's 13 and 13.4 points per game, but also averages about 8.3 rebounds a game. So look for him and Davis to trade blows tonight, and this should be just a battle between two of the best in the business.
And it absolutely should. Washington Courthouse, they've lost their last 2 games. They lost to Miami Trace and Chillicothe, 2 really good squads that they took on. They're coming in sliding a little bit, but like we talked about, they took it to Vinton County on February the 10th, 57-26, the final there. They've won 4 of their last 7. So they do still have a little bit of momentum in there. It's going to be a fun game tonight. They're 12-9, 5-5 in the FAC. They average 51.5 per game. They give up 46.7 per game. I would imagine that Meigs eclipses that 46 number here tonight, but who knows? We have seen some heavyweight battles here so far in the Convocation Center, and it's been playoff basketball. It has been high intensity, high defensive pressure. We'll see how the Marauders and Washington Courthouse can respond to the atmosphere this evening.
Absolutely. When you look at this game, Courthouse just went into the locker room to get their change uniforms off, and Meigs are already out here, and they're technically the home or the away team today, even though Meigs actually have a better overall record. Meigs at 15-8, Washington Courthouse at 12-9. The Courthouse had a better seeding metric rating, so they are the 3 seed. They actually didn't play a first round game. The top 4 seeds got a first round bye. So Meigs had to take down Westfall in the last round. They won at home 64-54 earlier this week. And now they've got a chance here at the Convo to try and get back here on Thursday with a chance to avenge that loss from last season. We're going to step aside here as we gear up. We'll have starting lineups from the Convocation Center, and we will gear you up for action in our nightcap of this quadruple header here on Total Media Sports. Convocation Center coverage here is presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Top Tier Customs will be on when we come back. You're listening to Total Media Sports presentation of Convocation Center basketball.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplift.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Welcome to Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage, presented by Visit Athens County.
All right, 4 minutes till tip. We've got the chance now to bring you the starting lineups for this final matchup from tonight, presented by Top Tier Customs. Daniel, let's start out with the technical visiting team. Even though they're a little closer in proximity to the Convocation Center than the home team in the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions, but the Meigs Marauders, not a far trip down Route 33 to get here to the Convocation Center. Who are the starting 5 for Meigs?
Yeah, the Marauders faithful is out, and they
not
are
a far
proud
trip. They have shown
evening.
up.
Yes, they have shown up. They're going to be running out their typical starting 5 here this evening. Owen Tracy, Gunnar Cleveland, Griffin Hudson, Colbin Buechler, and Carson Davis. Once again, it's Tracy, Cleveland, Hudson, Buechler, and Davis for the 15-8 Marauders out of Meigs. They're led by head coach Ryan Davis. Went 10-2 in the TVC Ohio this year. You flip the page over to the Blue Lions out of Washington Courthouse. Head coach Shannon Bartroff. His starting 5, Justin Everhart, Bryson Heath, Javen Baker, Jackson Hughes, and Noah Haithcock. Those are your starting 5 for Washington Courthouse. Once again, Everhart, Heath, Baker, Hughes, and Haithcock. They went 12-9 overall, 5-5 in the FAC. That was an FAC that saw Miami Trace go undefeated. Jackson went 7-3. Chillicothe 6-4. It's a very good FAC.
A caveat to that, though, and this was an interesting little thing that I noticed when I was doing the preparations for the Miami Trace game, is Washington Courthouse actually defeated Miami Trace earlier this season, but it was a non-conference game. I'm not really sure why. They played 3 times over the course of the regular season. The 2 conference matchups were won by Miami Trace, but Washington Courthouse defeated Miami Trace. It was back in December. It was technically a non-conference game. I'm not 100% sure what the denomination is there. If anybody in the
maybe a JV game.
I'm not sure, but on Max Preps, that's what they had it listed as, and I saw it checked up in a couple other places. It was a loss to Washington Courthouse, but it was not listed as a conference game. So, an interesting caveat there, but. If that tells you anything, right, that means the Courthouse can compete with just about anybody. And again, this is a team that comes in motivated, right? Obviously, they lost to 2 very good teams to end their regular season. We saw Chillicothe win over Jackson yesterday, and then Miami Trace obviously dealing with the loss of the Division III Player of the Year in Adam Guthrie. Fell short to Marietta in that matchup on Friday. But, we're going to have to see what the Blue Lions are able to do to slow down Carson Davis, who, again, is committed to play at Cornell next year and is somebody who is very much one of the better players in this area. First team SPMHA all-district nominee. Meigs does not actually have any other players in that team.
Well, I'll tell you.
No, that's not true. They've got Colvin Buchler. Thank you. Yeah,
yes.
I'm glad you got that out of the way so that I can.
He's done a couple Meigs games throughout the years. Our boy Rick Ash out there in Pomeroy. He gets me right every time we go out there to call a game. But I will tell you this, Ethan. Carson Davis, obviously the headliner for these Marauders. Owen Tracy can play with the best of them as well. He is a very talented basketball player. I was out in Pomeroy a few weeks ago when the Marauders took on the Buckeyes of Nelsonville, York. Owen Tracy had nearly 20 first-half points in that game. That was a game that Carson Davis finished with 37. So those 2 players themselves can score with the best of them. I'm looking at those 2 here tonight to be big difference makers if Meigs wants to move on to face Unioto on Thursday night.
As the great Lou Horvath introduces the lineups, we'll give them to you once again real quick in case you're just joining our stream. We greatly appreciate you as well. And if you actually are on our stream right now and you check that bottom little ticker, you'll see the games we've got coming up tomorrow. 2 games. I'm very excited to watch the Chesapeake Panthers tomorrow. That's a very good basketball team. They were good last year. They bring a lot of that talent back. Matt Frecka is back for that squad. A couple of those other fantastic players from that Panther squad back for them this year. And then we've got all the games coming up this week. Plenty of big-time matchups. A lot of semifinals over the next couple of nights. And then we get into district championships starting on Wednesday and through all the way until next week, where we'll have district championships at 4 different divisions, 3, 4, or actually 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll have 5 different levels of district championships to give out over a couple of days. Let's give you those starting lineups one more time. We'll start out with the technical visitors. In the number 6 seed in Meigs Marauders, number 0, Owen Tracy is the junior point guard. It is number 2, Gunnar Cleland, the junior small forward. He is 6'2". Owen Tracy, 5'11". Griffin Hudson is the shooting guard, as the Meigs starting lineup is once again introduced, and that's presented by Top Tier Customs. It is Colvin Buchler. He is the sophomore guard. He stands 6'2", and rounding it out is the main man, number 24, the power forward, 6'8" senior, Carson Davis. For Washington Courthouse, once again, here he comes out into the line, little Heisman pose. James Wallace and Pat Martin. For Washington Courthouse, as they'll be introduced here as the home team with the home white uniforms. Once again, presented by Top Tier Customs, the Washington Courthouse starting lineup. It'll be Justin Everhart, averages about 11 a game. He's the guard forward combo. 6'2" is Justin Everhart. Number 3 is the senior Bryson Heath. Number 10, Javen Baker, is the guard, and he is a senior. Number 13 is the sophomore Jackson Hughes. And number 30 is the guard forward combo. He is a senior, 6'6" tall. It's Noah Haithcock.
Noah Haithcock and Carson Davis.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of big-time players going head-to-head. You see there, Haithcock, as he gets introduced, he's got the size. He's going to have to be on it today. The Blue Lions, coached by Shannon Bartroff, Ryan Davis, the head coach of Meigs, his second year in charge of the Marauders. Last year was a fantastic season for Meigs, historic. This year, they are trying to top it. They once again clinched a share of the TVC Ohio, which they split with Wellston.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
TVC
This is
Ohio
the nightcap.
Has made it to the Convo. It's going to be exciting. Haithcock and Davis to do the tip. This Blue Lions team has size all over the floor.
Haithcock wins the tip. They do have size all over the floor. It'll be interesting to see how they space that size out throughout the course of this game. Here is Noah Haithcock getting on the ball early, getting it to Bryson Heath. Heath back to Everhart. Now Heath has it back again, being defended by Gunnar Cleland. Cleland with the switch onto Baker. Baker, little shimmy and turn, no good. Offensive rebound to Jackson Hughes. And Washington Courthouse checks it back out.
I won't necessarily chalk that offensive rebound up to size. It just hit off the backboard so strong that Hughes was able to come down with it.
Here's a three ball from Everhart. That's no good. A little bit of an awkward rebound, but it is secured by Gunnar Cleland. And now Davis with a long entry pass looking for Owen Tracy. And that one was a little bit too strong.
That's one that Owen Tracy should have come down with. He had it in both hands, just went right through the fingertips. Might have been a little worried about the sideline right there as well.
Back up goes Haithcock with a pull-up J, and that's money. 2-0. Very pure. Here's Davis behind the back, backing down Haithcock. He tries to go back right the other way. That one's no good off back bumper. Rebound goes to Justin Everhart. He gets it quickly up to Bryson Heath, and now all the way around to Javen Baker. Baker, the shortest member of the starting five, standing just under 6 foot tall. Here's Haithcock, long range three, no good. And the rebound brought down by Tracy.
Hard over height.
Hard over height indeed. Tracy standing just 5'11", and I say just. And those two guys I just mentioned, Tracy and Baker, the shorter players on the court matched up against each other. That's a good battle. There's Davis going to work. That's what he does best, backing people down, using that 6'8" frame, and he used it to great effect there to tie this game up at 2.
It's going to be so tough for Washington Courthouse to slow down Carson Davis tonight.
I'm glad you used that verbiage, as there's a nice finish by Bryson Heath, because you're not going to be able to stop him, right? It's just about slowing him down, keeping his opportunities limited. As Meigs will look to try and respond as Washington Courthouse reclaims the lead briefly for 2-2. 5:38 to go in this opening quarter. This final matchup here in what's been a fun day at the Convocation Center. Beautiful spin and turn by Davis, but the shot rims in and out. 1 for 3 start for Carson Davis. Bryson Heath now has it. He averages 8 and 4 for this Blue Lions squad. Back over to him now. 1-2 with Everhart. Everhart sets the screen. Now another screen from Jackson Hughes. Everhart has the basketball now. Gets it back to Haithcock. Now Everhart pulls for 3. No good. Tip out by Baker, but it goes right to Buechler. Now Davis.
And you got to be careful with Davis up top, too, because he will pull from long range.
Yes, he will. 3 people on him, and he draws the foul.
Are they going to give him 2 shots here?
Let's see.
He looked like he was trying to go up, but I don't think they're going to give him free throws.
No, they're not going to. He thinks he has free throws. Now he realizes.
He'll do the inbound from the baseline. I'd almost want to see someone else do the inbound, because you got Davis so tall, he can just get right under the rack on a base, on a
Chucks
inbound.
it right into Buechler. Buechler being defended by Heath. Davis now at the top. Him and Haithcock going to be going to war all night, both ends. Back in with Tracy now. Tracy back to Davis at the logo. Davis back to Buechler. Tracy now back at the logo once again. Tracy covers around a couple, and then he loses the handle, squirts away, and gets to Everhart. Everhart now has it, dumps it back to Haithcock. Haithcock inside. He probably could have taken that himself. Yeah. Instead, he chucks it pretty much right to Gunnar Cleland.
He had a wide open lane.
Tracy going to try and go all the way himself, and they're going to get a foul on Baker, who was trying to tip that ball away. So another theme continuing here with these slow scoring starts in these games. We've seen it now in I think all 4 games pretty much, maybe with the exception of the Waverly New Lexington game. That game had a pretty strong first quarter, but not quite as strong in the second.
Playoff basketball, man. I'm telling you, the intensity on the defensive side gets ramped up tremendously. It's not just another
game, right? You know that if you lose, your season's over. For these seniors, your career might be over, right? You got to leave it all out there, and that's what these guys do, especially now here, feeling the occasion at the Convocation Center. Meigs going back to work. Griffin Hudson. I haven't mentioned his name much yet tonight. Here's Davis backing down Haithcock. Haithcock, great defense, and they're going to get a foul.
Davis is just going to take the ball with him to the free throw line.
And that's a foul on Haithcock. It's his first. I think it's going to be important to keep an eye on the fouls for both Haithcock and Davis on either end. It's going to be about management for both of those guys. So now Carson Davis will take his first trip to the free throw line, and he will miss the first free throw.
We know both of these teams can turn it on at any given moment, especially Meigs. Owen Tracy's been a non-factor so far.
Second one good from Davis.
And he's got such a pure shot as well.
All the way up quickly from Washington Courthouse, and it's a nice finish from Aiden Osborne, who's off the bench. Back up go the Marauders. It's a 6-3 lead. That shot no good from Tracy. Back the other way. This is Sam Pfeiffer, and he throws it right to Davis. Pfeiffer, another one off the bench. Pfeiffer, the starting quarterback. A lot of translation from this, what was a bounce back year for the Blue Lions on the gridiron. A lot of translation. Pfeiffer, Haithcock, all big players on the gridiron as Owen Tracy gets involved for the first time. Good finish there.
That's what he is so good at.
Osborne as well, another talented football player, as Bryson Heath has it now, 6-5. The Courthouse advantage. There's a great contest inside, and then a smart play by Aiden Osborne.
That's what Owen Tracy's so good at, is that pull-up jumper, the quick stop and shoot. He has such a pure stroke, especially from straight away. Keep an eye on him as we go on tonight.
Yeah, having that second option when Davis is firing makes the Marauders a very tough outfit to stop. Again, a team that averages up near the top of most of Division IV in terms of points per game, over 67 a game. Only issue is they give up about 60. Davis, access denied. Meigs going back the other way. And another extra pass there, and it's going to be out of bounds. I think, again, Griffin Hudson probably could have just gone up himself there. Might have had an easier look. Instead, tried for the extra pass to Tracy, and it was cut off. It hit off Tracy last.
Yeah, Hudson doesn't do much shooting with the basketball, but right there, you got to go up with it. You got to, even if you don't think it's a clear lane, you're down there. You got to try to draw the foul or something. That pass is not the wise decision there.
Quickly now back the other way. Pfeiffer with a 2. That's no good. Tip back out. Osborne now puts up a floater. That's no good. And Davis able to secure the rebound. Quickly up to Buechler. Buechler looking inside, and his pass is intercepted by Osborne, but he threw it right back to Buechler, and he's got it plus the foul. First lead of the game for the Meigs Marauders, and a chance to bolster it at the free throw line.
That was just a straight-up interception there from
2 back-to-back by either
Bryson
team.
Heath, and then his momentum carrying him to the baseline, had to save it. Threw it away.
Free throw is good. Colvin Buechler with 3 now, and the Meigs have spread out their points. Nobody in this game with more than 3. We've seen that become a little bit of a trend with low number of people actually scoring. Not the case in this game. Haithcock puts up a 3. That one rattles home. And the lead goes right back to the squad from Courthouse. 9-8. Davis looking for Tracy back on the inside angle. Back to Buechler and inside to Gunnar Cleland. Tracy looking back inside. Gets back. Here's a 3-ball from Tracy. That's off to the left. Rebound picked up by Haithcock. Quickly up the floor to Osborne. He dumps it back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer jump step inside. Fights through contact. It rims out. It's a great take. Just didn't get the roll. And now Davis can take it back up for you. Will notice Meigs does not have a ton of depth. They do not utilize their bench a whole lot. This starting 5 is going to play the majority of this game. There will be a couple of switches, but this 5 is their 5, and that is Owen Tracy with a nice finish inside. You highlighted him, Daniel, as a guy who can help make this Meigs team tick.
Yeah, and you talked about the substitutions. It'll be Ethan Grimm when they do go to the bench. Typically run about 6 players each night.
There's Pfeiffer with a tough shot. Another missed roll, but an easy offensive rebound and finish. Jackson Hughes, who took a second there on the bench, is now back on the floor and finishing. And it is a 1-point lead now. Once again, we go back and forth. A number of lead changes already in what's been a good first quarter. 11-10. Meigs will look to try and take the final shot. Davis checks outside. 6 seconds. Davis spinning. Puts up a shot. Got it. Smooth like butter. 1 second. Half-court heave is no good from Osborne, and the Marauders have a 1-point lead. But if that quarter is any indicator, we are in for a fun one here in the nightcap at the Convocation Center. We'll step aside for the first time here on our final broadcast of the evening. But don't worry, plenty more from the Convo when we come back. You're listening to our Convocation Center coverage presented by Visit Athens County on Total Media Sports.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
Possession to begin the second period.
8 down, 24 to go in the Convo, and it's a 1-point lead for the Meigs Marauders, trying to get back to the district championship game for the second straight year. They got to get by Washington Courthouse to do it, and Courthouse forces the turnover on the opening possession. Quickly down the floor goes Haithcock, and he is fouled.
It was Carson Davis doing a majority of the work in that first quarter. He's only got 5 points to show for it, but you can tell, and it's been like this all season, Meigs wants to work through their big man down low. He hasn't taken a 3 yet, which we have seen quite a bit throughout the season. He'll pull from anywhere on the floor. It doesn't matter. You give him an open shot, he's going to take it.
That last shot that he had in that first quarter was beautiful stuff. Nice spin, beautiful touch. Got it to go, and Haithcock now at the free throw line, made the first, missed the second, so we remain tied at 12. We still have only seen 1 3-pointer in this game. It was from Courthouse all the way back with about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Meigs still have not hit a 3-point basket. Owen Tracy now has the basketball.
They haven't hit from deep, but they're shooting 55%.
They are. Davis long 2, that's money. And that was good defense too. And that's just Carson Davis even playing at a high level. Yeah, that's exactly. You can't fault Haithcock much there at all. And here's a long three, no good. That was a shot for Baker. Meigs now with a chance to make it a 2-score game, 14-12. Again, the winner of this one will take on Unioto as Davis now first three of the game. That time it's no good. First three from him in particular. Now Haithcock back up the floor, quickly up to Jackson Everhart, who's in the game now. There's a long two. That's no good. Both Everhart siblings on the floor now. Jackson, the younger brother of Justin. Back and forth. Owen Tracy now has it. Tracy inside to Davis. Not sure if Haithcock's going to get a rest today, and that time he wins the duel as he takes it away. Now Heath over to Everhart for three. That's good. What a sequence for the Blue Lions, who reclaim the lead 15-14. It was Justin Everhart with the tray.
Just a nice catch and shoot right there from Justin. Pure stroke for him. They're going to need that.
Owen Tracy now has it once again, almost stolen away by Everhart. That opens up the lane. And again, I think Hudson, he had a chance to shoot. He passed up the opportunity. Second time that's happened. Now inside for two. Got it.
And that's just bad right there from Hudson. I mean, he's wide open 3 feet from the basket.
Hesitated.
Use the glass. Use the glass, yeah.
Had it wide. I mean, he had wide open, no pressure.
I'm telling you, he does not shoot much.
Because you got to take your opportunities.
Absolutely.
And you're hearing some frustration from some of the Meigs fans. Davis, he don't hear nothing. He'll just do what he needs to do. Now Haithcock looking to respond, and he does. We've got a war breaking out in the Convocation Center. Haithcock's got 8. Davis has 9. It's a 4-point lead for Washington Courthouse, 20-16. There's a pull-up jumper from Tracy that just rims out. Rolled around the cup once, didn't go. Now Osborne gets by Cleveland. Now back to Haithcock. Heat check, got it.
Noah Haithcock.
He is awake. 14 points in the first half for Noah Haithcock.
It has been a strong start for
Truth be told, I didn't see if that was a 30-second or a full minute timeout, but we'll stay here regardless.
I didn't either. I was looking over at the Meigs student section, responding to Washington Courthouse's fans going back and forth, as the student sections always do. But and Noah Haithcock and Carson Davis, this battle tonight, it's already got 23 combined points. Haithcock has 14, Davis has 9. Davis has been getting a lot of those mid-range jump shot looks that they've been contested every single time, and I don't think he's hit rim the last 3, maybe 4 shots. It has just been pure from Carson Davis so far.
Once again, these broadcasts here at the Convocation Center presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. Meigs now facing their largest deficit yet. And they'll need to rely on big number 24. And they might need some of their other guys around them to get some buckets as well. Passed off back. This is now Hudson, who's shown a bit of a reluctance to shoot now. Davis and Haithcock been going back and forth. Davis jump step inside, got his own board, and puts it up the second time. Put him into double digits. Davis all the way back. Now inside is Aiden Osborne. Davis, brick wall right there to stop any of that. It does go out of bounds.
He didn't even have to go up.
Nope.
All he had to do was reach his arm out to reject that ball.
Stop it.
6'8", so tall.
Inbounding now is Bryson Heath all the way back out to Haithcock. They switch the man assignments, and they've put Davis on the interior now. And now Davis will step to Haithcock. Beautiful spin and the roll.
And that is just pretty.
Haithcock's got 16 points already.
We'll say the part of that battle that benefits Haithcock aside from his raw talent and shooting, it's his agility.
There's a short hook shot that's no good from Davis. Up the floor go the Blue Lions. Back inside, this is Osborne. No good off the cup, but wide open underneath. And we get another timeout. Meigs takes another one, and this time we will step aside as it is a 30-second timeout. We'll still take it real quick. Meigs with work to do, down by 9. You're listening to Total Media's Convocation Center coverage here on YouTube.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
You have been watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
Daniel, I'll pose the question to you as Meigs. Obviously, the defensive struggles have been real for them this year, but they've usually been able to keep up with teams offensively. What are some of the tweaks they can make specifically around people that aren't named Carson Davis to try and get things going?
Well, I think Carson Davis has been doing such a good job down low. I think it really just comes from the defensive side. They've got to slow Washington Courthouse down, which is going to get them more transition looks. I think Owen Tracy's a big factor here.
Here comes
this
a
evening as
double
well.
onto Davis. He spins around, blocked the first time, and then out of bounds. Luckily for Meigs, Pfeiffer wasn't able to save it.
But you got Owen Tracy who can shoot the ball really well. You also got to take the open looks when you can get them. And I'm talking about Griffin Hudson driving into the lane. He's had a couple of open looks at the basket, hasn't taken them because he's been looking for Carson Davis.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to all be Carson.
They get it all the way back.
There's 5 on the floor for a reason.
They get it all the way back into the backcourt with Owen Tracy, who's been somebody who has stepped up and been a second option. Davis looks tired, I won't lie. He looks a little winded early. As Buechler now gets it back out up top to Gunnar Cleveland. Here's Tracy once again, fights through some contact, puts up a floater, doesn't go after 2 bounces off the rim. Rebound goes to Haithcock. It's a 9-point lead for the Blue Lions. Here's Haithcock again, inside underneath the basket, and that's good.
That's just Carson Davis being winded. Like you said, he took a long time to get down the floor, taking an even longer time to get up the floor here. That's where I think Noah Haithcock has the advantage, is that stamina, the
Tracy
agility.
with another floater, that's no good. I think the Blue Lions sense a little bit of blood in the water here. Inside, and now we get a foul on Cleveland, I think.
Meigs has already called. I thought that they had called 2 timeouts. The scoreboard's only showing that they've used 1.
No, I think it's 5 timeouts for a game, so I don't think they can only show 4 because in college, right, you get 4 a half.
Okay.
So I think the Meigs only have so Meigs have 3 timeouts for the game.
In that case, Meigs doesn't want to use another one.
No,
right
you
here.
can't. You can't use another one
before the half. You got to have at least 3 going into that second half. Washington Courthouse has that stamina.
Here's another 3 from Haithcock that rattles in and out. Rebound, fought for. Who's that off of? It's off of Courthouse. That one looked like a close one, but Griffin Hudson will be glad it is in favor of the Marauders. They trail by 11. They just need to get one in the bucket here. They had a lead briefly, and then since then, Courthouse has kind of dominated this second quarter. It's a 10-0 run.
This is a really good strategy here from Courthouse. You don't want Meigs to slow anything down. You want to keep the pressure on. That's where this full court press is coming from off the inbound.
Meigs has also not hit a 3-point basket. Davis now, he's got Hughes on him instead of Haithcock. Quick double comes at now. Now Buechler will put up a 3, and that is much needed. Colbin Buechler with the big triple. Spinning inside now. Is Courthouse going back the other way, looking to respond as Everhart, and he does. Justin Everhart with a big-time 3, 32-21. And just when Meigs had finally uncorked one from beyond the arc, Everhart comes right back and drills one of his own. Cleveland, Tracy for three. That's no good. Davis looking to whack it out. He could not. Blue Lions going back the other way. Everhart cutting inside. Got it.
Justin Everhart is a special player. He has been strong here in this first half.
He has. He's got 8 points and 2 rebounds to supplant what Noah Haycock's been doing because he's got 16 and 5. Haven't heard from Davis in a few possessions, but Tracy with a big 2-point bucket there.
Tracy for the deuce.
And it's down to an 11-point lead. We'll see if Courthouse just hold this for the final shot of the first half, a second quarter that they have largely controlled after Meigs went into this quarter with a 1-point advantage. Everhart, another three. This one's no good. Cleveland grabs the rebound, and then we get a foul. It's not a held ball, it's a foul.
That's big for the opening possession of the second half. The possession arrow currently favoring Courthouse.
Yep, so that would mean as of now, Courthouse will have the ball to start the second frame.
Full court press now.
Yeah.
They're putting that pressure on. They want to make Meigs go fast. They want to wear them out.
Absolutely you do. Now Davis gets it off the inbound. Now he'll slow things down. He's got Hughes on him. 13, 12 seconds. He gets it over the time stripe. Gets it back to Owen Tracy. 8 seconds. It's 34-23. Tracy cutting inside. Pulls up. Little juice. Got it. Nice finish. Owen Tracy with a great finish to the half. And a long heave is no good off the top of the backboard. So Meigs gets within 10, but Washington Courthouse with a strong second quarter to hold a solid halftime advantage, 34-25. We'll step aside. We'll come back, talk a little bit about what we saw in that first half, what the Marauders can do to get back in it in the second. You're listening to to our Total Media Sports Convocation playoff coverage presented by Visit Athens County on Total Media Sports.
Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/career.
at the Convocation Center, and it is the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions who are up by 9, 34-25. Good first half in this one, and it was Noah Haithcock who put on a show in that first half. 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he is doing what he needs to do for Washington Courthouse. What really has impressed me for this Washington Courthouse squad is the pace at their offense is running. And you brought this up a couple times. I want you to elaborate on it a little bit here at how important that pace is in this game with Meigs. They haven't made a single substitution yet in this game.
No, they haven't. They run that consistent 5 for most of the game. Washington Courthouse did their homework. They know that they can wear this Meigs team out because they have no depth. And Carson Davis, he's a bigger guy, right? He gets a little more winded down the floor as he's sprinting up and down the floor each time. Washington Courthouse has such great stamina that they're able to run Noah Haithcock and the rest of those starters up and down the floor. That's what they have been able to do to get this 9-point lead. It's just up and down the floor in transition this whole time, just wearing this Marauders team down. And Carson Davis has 11 points. He had a few really nice shots go down from mid-range, but he only had, I think, 3 points in that second quarter. If I'm not mistaken, he had 8 in the first quarter and then just 3 in the second. He's got 3 rebounds as well. He just hasn't been able to keep up with the pace from this Blue Lions team.
Absolutely. And right now, I mean, it's obviously probably good for the Marauders just to first get some of those guys a break at halftime, really, just to give them a second to catch their breath, get some fluid, water, Gatorade, whatever they need, and, get a little bit of a breather. But
we got our own halftime show.
I know, we got these kids are hooping. Love it. He's got the Lower Marion Kobe jersey on too. You got to respect that. As the interesting thing in this second half now is, number one, Washington Courthouse is shooting very well from the floor. 46% from the floor, 38% from 3. Meigs not too far behind, 45% from the floor, just 25% from 3, though. Do you want to see the volume of three-point shots increase for the Marauders, or should they just keep doing what's been working, which is feed Davis, try and get things going on the interior?
I think you have to start by continuing to feed Davis. Obviously, they're going to catch their breath at halftime. They're going to come out
they won that first quarter,
but they're 12-11 was the score at the end of the first quarter. So they're going to come out with energy here in this third quarter. I think that you continue to go down low with Davis for about the first half of that third quarter, and then you make the adjustments as you need to, because the mid-ranges have been falling. They've been able to get their points inside. The big thing for me is you got to get back on defense. You have to play defense against this Courthouse team because they are going to make their shots. If you don't get a hand in their face, which is what we've seen here early on in this one tonight. So Meigs just has to slow down the offense of this Washington Courthouse team if they want any chance of clawing their way back into this one.
Absolutely, they do. They're still in that locker room, maybe just getting those extra few sips of water or Gatorade just because they might need
a couple more bites of the granola bar.
Yeah, granola bar, whatever they need at halftime, because those guys worked very hard and didn't get a break.
Have a quick 5-minute nap or something.
Yeah, something. Whatever they need. They got to get that energy, and they're going to have to play with that and then some in the second half. They're going to need to get back into this one. We're going to step aside here once again. We will come back and have the final half here of today's action. It's been a packed Sunday, a fun Sunday. We will close it out when we return as Meigs returns from the locker room. We'll be right back. You're listening to our 2026 Convocation Center coverage presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong, and this has been the Jordan Thornsberry of Key Realty Group halftime show. We'll be right back at the Convocation Center here on Total Media Sports.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
I'm at the Convo. About wrapped up. We didn't really talk about it from the other side. For Washington Courthouse, do you keep that pace high?
Yes.
Do you keep trying to roll,
Yes.
especially you know that Meigs probably aren't going to take a lot of, I do actually see, it's interesting, Ethan Grimm, who you mentioned is kind of that first guy off the bench, is stripped, and he looks like ready that he might be coming into this game here for Meigs, or at least maybe not quite yet, but he's got his
ready to go.
He's got his uniform on, and he is ready, like you said. And
but yeah, no,
right on cue. He's gonna. I don't know. He's gonna put it behind. Okay, he's gonna put it behind. So it looks like he's gonna be ready to come in here. That could be something to watch.
If I'm Washington Courthouse, it got you a 9-point lead. At one point, it had you a 13-point lead. So you were able to successfully wear down this Meigs team in the first half. You got to do it again.
Absolutely, yes. We get it rolling here in the second half. Meigs and Washington Courthouse. Marauders with work to do, with Washington Courthouse currently in the driver's seat, leading by 9. Here's Haycock, so good in that first half. 16 points stolen away. That time it was Bugler. I don't even think he knew, honestly.
No, he got a hand on it, and it rolled right into the hands of Carson Davis, who I think got fouled on the floor here.
Yes, that is going to be on the floor, not a shooting foul.
First of the half for either team.
This is an important possession here for Meigs.
After the turnover.
Yeah, you got to get points off the turnover. I saw during that halftime shoot-around, Griffin Hudson taking some shots from down on the low block, trying to get that confidence back up. Saw him hesitate on a few.
Here's Davis spinning inside. No good that time. Great defense by Hughes. Quickly up the floor. This is Haycock. He kicks it into the corner for Javin Baker. And Davis with that long arm is able to get it in. Is this going to be an over and back? No, it's not. But the save goes right to the Marauders. This is Davis inside. Awkward shot. Didn't get it. And Haycock is able to get the rebound. And we're going to get a tie-up. That'll get the ball back for the Marauders. Haycock pleading his case to the officials.
And I think he has a case because I don't think that was a tie-up. I don't think that Buechler had a firm control, a firm grip on that ball, but a great play from Buechler to force that tie-up.
Inside to Davis, spinning fadeaway jumper, clatters down.
Big time.
Carson Davis.
Smooth as butter from Carson Davis. 13 points, 3 boards for him. And now a poke away by Buechler. What a dive trying to get it. And now we get a foul as he almost kind of grabbed Haycock's leg almost.
He gets a dap from his coach, Ryan Davis.
They applaud the effort. Absolutely deserves the clap there for a great fight. Unfortunately, not able to turn it into a turnover.
And we talked at halftime like this was a 15-point game. It's not. I mean, it's only a 7-point game. But Washington Courthouse at one point had a 13-point lead. Meigs with a couple of nice buckets towards the end of that half. The only reason that I'm talking with such urgency about Meigs is because how quickly this Courthouse team can turn it on.
And the other interesting thing about it, I don't know if we mentioned this in the open, Washington Courthouse hasn't played since February 17th. This is their first game in over 2 weeks. Here's a long three. That bounces up, no good. Rebound goes to Colvin Buechler. It was that, and that pass by Buechler looking for Tracy had no idea. It was a little over his head anyways. So a turnover there, unforced error from the Marauders. But, I mean, yeah, they've had a couple weeks off. They've had a chance to reset, refocus, get their minds and bodies right. And meanwhile, Meigs played just 3 nights ago.
Well, and that game was against Chillicothe. It was a 6-point loss.
Nice feed inside. Baker shifting along and getting it up and in. Javin Baker. This is his first points.
This season, Ethan, when Washington Courthouse had a week in between games, they were 2-1. 12 days was their longest break of the year. So they've been good.
Inside, here's Davis. Can't get the roll. Trying to grab his own board. Haycock wins that battle. Back the other way goes Davis. These two are battling. Davis inside. Got it. 36-29. Davis with 15 now. Him and Tracy have 23 of the 29 points for the Marauders. Tracy's got 8. Here's Baker, literally a free throw almost. There was nobody near him. And now we get a quick pass all the way up to Cleland, and he's going to put it up and in.
Such a great find.
That was Buechler. Buechler with a long pass. And just like that, Meigs are within 5. And we're going to get a timeout, Courthouse. And the Meigs crowd on their feet. They can sense the momentum will stay here. What changed at halftime, Daniel?
What changed is Meigs is preventing Washington Courthouse from going fast. These first 3 minutes, we haven't had one transition, one fast break yet for Courthouse. So Meigs has been able to slow things down. They can play their game. They haven't panicked. They haven't started to go to the 3. I don't think that they've shot 1 3 so far in the second half. They're staying true to themselves. And it's not like they weren't true to themselves in the first half, but they have slowed this game down. They're playing more their style of basketball right now. And obviously, they can turn it on at any time. They can go as fast as they want. They score 67 points a game. But against this Courthouse team, they got to slow things down, and they've been able to do it well to start the second half.
Yes, they have. Washington Courthouse now with the ball at the end line. It's a 5-point lead. Meigs have opened this second half very well. Quickly back up now inside, looking for Haycock. He's able to grab it ahead of Davis. Now you got the one-on-one battle. Davis, hands up. Haycock spinning, no good, but the board secured by Jackson Everhart. Now he's got it back in the corner now. All the way back out to Sam Pfeiffer. Again, that depth for Courthouse is telling today. Pfeiffer with a nice floater, bouncing off the contact from Cleland. Got it for 2.
It is telling. We still haven't seen Ethan Grimm yet for the Marauders. It's been the same 5 on the floor all night.
Fighting to the cup, and there's a shot and foul. Buechler will head to the free throw line.
Sam Pfeiffer with the foul. His first. Team second.
Again, Meigs has Grimm, Turner, Powell, Allen on the bench.
2.
First foul shot is good from Cleland. Gets it back to a 2-score game. Second foul shot rims out. Rebound being fought for. And Pfeiffer stepped on the end line. Thought he might have, and the official was right on it.
Seen that a lot this weekend.
We have. Davis now will inbound the basket for the Marauders, who now actually are shooting the ball a little bit better from the field than Courthouse is. Davis, long-range 3. That one's no good. Pfeiffer gets the rebound this time, and then a foul.
And those inbounds plays, that's where I want to see somebody else take the inbound for Meigs. And you utilize that height from Carson Davis. Getting him down low, all you got to do is lob it to him. He can lay it in super easily, but they continue to send Davis to inbound. That time he couldn't get the 3 to go.
Courthouse now will bring it up the floor. Again, they trailed in the first quarter by just a point. And then they were able to win the second quarter, and now we get an offensive foul. Yeah, it's going to be on Justin Everhart. I think they got an illegal screen there off the ball.
His first. Team third.
First foul on him. The only player in any sort of major foul trouble is Jackson Hughes for Washington Courthouse. He does have 3 personals, so he's on the bench at the moment. Everybody else in this game either has 1 or 0. Tracy gets by the other Everhart, Jackson, quickly. And now that's going to be out of bounds as Jackson Everhart gets a hand in the way there of the pass. I still think Griffin Hudson's just a little hesitant in almost everything that he does. It's just very slight hesitations. Got to have that conviction.
Substitution for Justin Everett.
I feel like it'll be a big moment where he needs to make that play, I hope. We'll see if he can do it. I think he'll be ready for it. Inside, looking for Davis, spinning off the contact. Great defensive effort once again from Haithcock. Quickly up the floor, little floater behind the basket, and it goes. Bryson Heath with the finish. Lead back out to 8. Heath with 4. Let's go along with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, which is tied for the lead for Washington Courthouse. Spinning now, jumper at the free throw line for Tracy. That is smooth too.
So it's so pure, but now they're not able to get
In
back.
transition, there's Osborne for 2. And now we get a timeout, Meigs, and Ryan Davis is not happy.
I haven't seen Ryan Davis show this type of emotion all season long, and I think it's justified. They are not getting back on defense. Typically, when they miss a shot, it's been rough getting back on defense. So, the heads are hanging. They're sulking on their way back down the floor. Right there, I mean, you make a jump shot from the top of the key.
Yeah.
You're behind everybody.
Yeah.
Or you're in front, behind, whatever you want to say. Owen Tracy's the furthest down the court. I don't know how they don't get back on defense there.
And that's probably exactly what Ryan Davis is saying in that hole right now, and you can see very animated.
And it's directed right at Colvin Buechler. He has been looking right at Buechler's eyes the entire time. So, a lapse in
First thing,
from him.
again, you don't need to be a lip reader to figure this out. The first thing I heard him say was, "What are you doing?"
I don't know. I can't answer that question
So
for you.
Meigs only have 2 timeouts remaining. Washington Courthouse have 4 remaining. They used 1 in the first half.
But you're trailing on the scoreboard, right? You need buckets and you need stops. You need stops, and more stops. They're only down by 8, but 11 minutes to go. Got to get back on defense. Cannot let the Blue Lions up the tempo on you.
And if they
now
do,
they're going to try to force them to because they're coming out in a full court press.
They're going to press, and Tracy will get it as they drop it off just to, again, just force that little bit of pressure. Tracy inside. There is Hudson spinning back out to Tracy. Tracy inside. Davis gets the double team onto him. Now Tracy pulls for 3. That comes up short. Rebound, Haithcock.
I didn't mind that spin out there from Hudson. He didn't have a clear look at the basket.
Osborne now slicing to the cup. No good, but a foul. Going to get this one on Buechler. That's a second on him.
Colin Buechler with his second, 13th foul overall.
So now Aiden Osborne will go to the line. Chance to send it to a double-digit lead for the Blue Lions. They'll make the first one. Osborne's been good off the bench, 5 points. And now there is that very first switch of the game.
And it's Hudson checking out.
Hudson comes out. The freshman, Ethan Grimm, checks in. Number 12. Keep an eye on him. Both free throws go down. Davis now will have to have a big-time final quarter potentially. And what might be the last quarter of his career as Davis now tries to fire one into Grimm. And Grimm wasn't ready for the pass.
Well, Grimm started cutting down the baseline, and Davis thought he was going to stay put more in that corner. We saw Davis talking with Grimm after that pass went out of bounds, pointing towards that corner, saying, "You got to stay there." Grimm was going in to help. I think he thought Davis was going to go up with a shot. Grimm was going in for a rebound attempt.
10-point lead now. Back out here is Everhart. Jackson Everhart had all day up top. Could have shot a three if he wanted to. Decided against it. Now Bryson Heath will check it all the way back out. He'll get around Tracy. Now kicks it into the corner. Everhart will pull for three this time. No good. Rebound tipped out and picked up by Heath, and he puts the floater up and in. He won't get credit for it, but that was all Haithcock on the offensive board. Now Meigs trail by 12, 46-34. They need a big flurry here at the end of this quarter. Inside, Davis had it poked away by Osborne.
It's just great defense.
They're swarming. They're swarming on Davis underneath.
You can tell that's been that's been the main focus in their game plan. It's not to take everyone else away. It's to limit the big man.
Tracy with a tough floater. He can't get the roll, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
It's like we saw it, for example, back in football season when Nelsonville York went up to Columbus. I forget who they played up in
Columbus Academy.
Columbus
correct?
Academy.
Yeah.
And they had such a good pass game that Nelsonville York's focus was to completely take away the run and make them only a passing team. Well, Washington Courthouse coming in here tonight, they had a choice to either take out everyone else around Davis or go at Davis. And they're going at the main point, that main focal point of the offense, and it's working for them so far.
Free throws go down, big free throws, must-have free throws from Owen Tracy, who now himself is up to double digits. He's got 12. Spinning away now is Heath. This is Haithcock, who actually doesn't have a point here in this second half, but he's made his presence felt. Wide open now, Heath for three. That's no good. Rebound is bouncing around. Another second chance opportunity allowed by Meigs. And the Blue Lions take advantage. And the offensive rebounds on the last couple possessions have been back-breaking for the Marauders.
Just getting easy looks down low.
Here's Grimm with a three. That's big time. The freshman off the bench making a nice play and getting Meigs back within 9. 56 seconds left. 48-39. We're back where we started this quarter at. The 9-point lead for Washington Courthouse. Haithcock at the top. He'll check it back out. 41 seconds. Blue Lions in no hurry. Some high ball screens now. Getting Haithcock on Davis again. Haithcock will check it all the way back out. And they will hold here for the final shot.
I think Carson Davis needs to step up here. I think you got to try to force a turnover. These are precious seconds, regardless if it's the third or fourth quarter.
Ooh. As now Haithcock checks it back again. 10 seconds. Haithcock going inside, spinning. Floater tried the pass. No good. 4 seconds. Time enough for Meigs to make something happen. And now we get a shot that just comes up short. That was an attempt from Buechler. And now Meigs, we're basically back where we started at halftime. It was 34-25. Both teams put up 14 points in that third quarter. And Meigs still have it all to do as we head to the fourth. 48-39. We'll see if the Marauders can pull off the comeback next. You're watching our Convocation Center playoff coverage presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong on Total Media Sports.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
Back at the Convo, where Meigs now 8 minutes to try and stay alive. They trail the 3 seed Washington Courthouse 48-39. Blue Lions have been very good in this one. Spinning back outside, this is Bryson Heath. Heath gets it back to the offensive spark plug in Haithcock, who actually, again, like I said, didn't have a point in that third quarter, but made his presence felt nonetheless. Meigs need to just find themselves a run. Grimm stays in the game. He hit a 3 a few moments ago to cut the lead back down to 9. They get it back to Bryson Heath.
It keeps Griffin Hudson on the bench here to start this fourth quarter.
Inside, looking for Haithcock. Got a double team on him. Didn't get it. Got his own rebound. Bounced back again. Another second chance opportunity. And Haithcock gets it up and in. Grimm was wide open underneath the hoop. Was not spotted by Tracy. Tracy now will cut inside. Jump step, and that's a foul.
On the floor.
No, on the floor. They're going to say the foul occurred before the shot. Meigs will retain possession underneath the basket.
Jackson Hughes with foul, fourth for him.
That is Hughes' fourth foul, Ethan. So
Yes.
one more and he's done. There's still 7 minutes to go. He's only got 4 points tonight, 4 rebounds.
Yeah, he started this game. He's been in and out. Obviously, Courthouse have made a lot more use of their depth than Meigs have. Tracy inside. Davis pump fake. Little pull-up jumper at the free throw line. No good. Haithcock able to secure the rebound. And again, the second chance opportunities have just been backbreaking for Meigs. They've forced a number of misses for Courthouse, and then they've allowed, I think actually it's 3 straight possessions. For 3 of the last 4 possessions, they've allowed a second chance opportunity. And I think on all 3, they've allowed second chance points. Which, you know how bad those are to deal with and how tough they are. And now we get a 5-second call.
Got to be moving towards the basket.
Yeah, that's a little rare. You don't see those called a ton.
You don't, but honestly, I've seen a lot more called this year.
It's funny.
Than I have in years past.
I'm not sure if you heard this. We can. It's a full minute timeout, so I'll save this anecdote for when we come back from this break. But we will step aside here on the Athens County, or excuse me, the Convocation Center coverage presented by Visit Athens County. We've said it so many times. I encourage everybody to visit this. If you're not from around here, it's beautiful around here. I will say that. That's not me saying it for a sponsor. I just say it's beautiful around here. It is presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. We'll be right back on Total Media Sports.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier, locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here. Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio. Top Tier locally owned and proud to serve.
Before the break, I mentioned there was this. So we were in the roar room back there. It's where they have the hospitality. There's some great hot dogs back there we've enjoyed in between some of the games. And a couple of officials were talking, and I was just, you hear conversations in there, and one of them said, if they called all 5-second calls, they'd never be able to play a game properly.
Interesting.
And just because there's so many little things. It's a very subjective call, right? It's about, do the official feel like they're actually moving towards the basket or not? As Grimm gets it back in to Cleveland, and we are back underway. It's a subjective call. Now Davis going back inside, can't get the roll, and once again, it's picked up by Haithcock, and it just hasn't fallen in the second half for Carson Davis. Inside, wide open for 2, and that's good. Jackson Hughes.
That's great awareness right there from Hughes to be able to know where you're at in terms of where the basket's at, because he was right under the hoop.
Davis, long range 3. That's no good. Trying to save it was Tracy, and he could not.
I don't mind the shot there from Davis. I know it's an extremely long range 3. He's proven he can hit those, and they need points. right now.
do.
They trail by 13. It's their largest deficit of the night, tied for it.
They still haven't scored yet in this fourth quarter. Inside jump step fake. Osborne couldn't get the roll off the bounce. And then we get a foul.
I think he was standing out of bounds. Osborne was when he went to wrestle for the ball.
Ah, okay.
So they called him out of bounds. Or a held ball was the call, but I didn't see any tie-up.
No, I didn't see a tie-up, and the possession arrow is still with Meigs.
Yes.
So it's definitely that first option. You said, what a block by Haithcock. Man, he has done it all tonight. What a performance. Now looking for an inside offensive foul. And I think, I don't know who this is. Is it Tracy there? He was in a little bit of pain. He's back up now.
He's grasping at that left arm. And Ethan, back a couple weeks ago when I went to Pomeroy, we get a full timeout here. So I'll save it for when we come back. But he's been dealing with that injury for quite some time.
We'll step aside. Meigs with a lot of work to do. 52-39. You're listening to our coverage of the Convocation Center OHSAA postseason on Total Media Sports.
Factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
You have been watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
Meigs got to try and find maybe a little bit of a run. They just need to get some momentum. Try and maybe go on like a 6-0, 7-0 run and just get back into this game. Right now, they're just at an arm's length. And they really have been for the large majority of this second half. They've gotten it back to as little as 6. But now it's a 13-point deficit they're staring at.
And Owen Tracy remains in the game. He was grabbing at that left arm before we went to break. Back when I went to Pomeroy a couple weeks ago for that Nelsonville-York Meigs game, he landed on it weird in that one as well and was grabbing at it for a while.
Davis to the cup. Tough finish.
It's clearly still bothering him. I don't know if it originally occurred in that game or if it was lingering in that one from another game as well, but something to monitor.
Haithcock going to the cup. No good, too strong. And it's going to be last off Meigs. Another second chance opportunity for Washington Courthouse. Meigs are going to make another switch here, as will Courthouse. Javen Baker checks out. Justin Everhart back in, and then Grimm will check out, and Griffin Hudson will come back into the game.
Haithcock has 18 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, what a stellar performance. All the way back out up top. He also leads the team right now in assists with 4.
He's got a mismatch here.
Dumps it back off. This is inside. Pfeiffer putting it up. No good. Rebound by Cleveland. Here's where Meigs need to go on a run. Quickly up the floor. What a feed. Oh, and back the other way. It just goes through Griffin Hudson's legs. And now we get timeout. Nice job there by Washington Courthouse. Take a timeout. 30 seconds. We'll stay right here.
Yeah, that was tough right there. Davis with the right move, trying to find, I believe it was Buechler up the floor there. He just threw it a little too far. Buechler was able to catch up to it, but his momentum carrying him out of bounds. He had to save it, and his pass into Hudson, it wasn't Hudson's fault. No. His pass into Hudson was a really hard pass right at the feet, which is why it rolled through the legs. Hudson just didn't have time to react to it. It's an 11-point game getting down to crunch time now for the Marauders. They got to find turnovers and transition buckets.
(52-41). Haithcock will inbound right in front of head coach Ryan Davis for Meigs. Inbound goes Bryson Heath. Now he's thrown by Pfeiffer right to Owen Tracy. He gets it quickly up to Keelan. Nice feed inside, and Davis with a nice finish at the rim. And just like I said, a little bit of momentum now maybe for the Marauders. They get it back to single digits. Inside now, this is a feed inside, poked away by Davis, but somehow able to keep it there was Pfeiffer. Now back inside, this is Bryson Heath. Heath gets it back to Justin Everhart. Haythcock spinning away from one, feeds it inside. Jump step by Osborne, puts up a tough shot, and he's fouled. So Aiden Osborne will go to the line for a couple of free throws, and now it becomes ever important if you're a Courthouse fan or if you're a Courthouse player on the floor, more specifically, you got to hit your free throws, especially in a game like this, especially in this sort of moment where Meigs just might be starting to creep back in, and the first one is no good.
Yeah, after that Davis bucket, Ryan Davis immediately yelling at his team to get back on defense. Does not want another lapse on the defensive side.
Grimm just came back into the game for Hudson, so that same switch we saw once already for Meigs happens again. Osborne, second free throw is also no good. So a big opportunity here for Meigs to try and get back in it. 3:43 to go. Davis spinning inside on Haythcock, going to work, and Haythcock wins that battle. Now here is trouble. It's a 4-on-2 here. Haythcock back inside, and Meigs that time good defensive work rate to get back. Osborne inside to Haythcock, and he threw it right to Davis. And then Haythcock is able to just get in the way, and I think he's more frustrated with himself that he turned the ball over there.
I don't know if Davis is shaken up or if he's just winded right now, but that was I think it was very poor effort coming back on the floor. He walked a third of the way down the floor right there on defense. Got lucky that he just got that pass that went right to him. You got 3 minutes left in your career.
Yeah, you got to try and find something here. Inside now goes the Marauders. Buechler inside, Davis spinning, fade, no good, and just over the head of a crashing Grimm. And the the rebound goes to Meigs, and Buechler now is called for a foul. He can't believe it.
I can't either.
That wasn't much contact on that one. 3 minutes to go, and now that's a couple of opportunities that Meigs have missed to get this a little bit closer.
We got another substitution. Obviously, Hudson coming back in for Grimm.
Also returning, David Baker.
I wonder what the mindset is from Ryan Davis in terms of those substitutions, swapping those two players out back and forth.
Haythcock gets it back. This is Heath cutting inside. Weird shot. Doesn't go anywhere.
Maybe trying to draw the foul.
Quickly up the floor now goes Meigs. Tracy stumbled quickly to Cleland, and he spins and gets it in. It's a 7-point game, 52-45. And all of a sudden, a quick 6-0 run, just like I mentioned, gives Meigs a little bit of momentum. Now Haythcock in a little bit of trouble at the timeline. Now it's a 2-on-1 underneath. Missed the first time, and the second time it's a brother-to-brother connection there. Jackson Everhart was able to clean up Justin Everhart's miss. And Meigs got a little too excited there on the pressure. They left too much space behind them. Now inside, Davis, nice catch on the entry, and he's fouled. They go back to the line. You can see he is winded.
Absolutely. Hands on the knees, hunched over.
Look at that. Look at Trey. Look at both of them right there.
That's what happens when you don't have depth. it just gets so tough, and I'm not blaming them.
Carson Davis.
I'd look a lot worse than they do.
Yeah, no kidding. First free throw is good for Davis. And again, he just bent over, huffing, getting a chance.
You got to admire the effort.
Absolutely. You know, he is. He's battling out there. Trying to claw, scratch and claw. And he gets the second one down.
Making free throws like
20 points, 21 points for Carson Davis.
When you're that winded, it's very tough to do.
Very. Haythcock trying to get it over the timeline. Now he does. Haythcock fires it all the way. Davis couldn't get the break. Quickly up ahead to Everhart. Meigs, good effort there to slow that down. Now Haythcock gets it back inside. Courthouse passing it around.
Trying to waste time now.
Yeah.
Meigs still has 2 fouls to
give. Haythcock inside. This is Heath back to Everhart. Denied. What a block that was from Buechler. And we get a foul, and all of a sudden, Here come the Marauders with 1:41 to go.
Meigs still with 2 fouls to give before Washington.
I think they got to start thinking about them on this next possession. And that was the last foul that Washington Courthouse had to give.
That's a good point.
So Meigs is shooting free throws the rest of the way. The Meigs have shot from the free throw line very well tonight. Washington Courthouse as a team coming into this game shooting about 67% from the free throw line.
Ethan, I don't know what you think about this. I don't know about a full court press here from Washington Courthouse. It could be an easy opportunity for a Marauder to get down low.
Trying to go coast to coast, and he is fouled. And, you know, a quick opportunity like that gives Davis a chance to make this a 5-point game very quickly from the line. And now we'll get a pseudo timeout here. It's obviously not a real timeout, but Davis summons his team over.
And I'm not necessarily saying it was an easy opportunity like that for Davis, but if someone's able to break that coverage and get wide open underneath the basket, that's the danger of a full court press.
Davis' free throw is good. It's a 2-possession game, really for the first time in a long time that this game has even been within touching distance for Meigs. It's kind of always hovered in that 8 to 12-point range for the majority of this, really ever since the first quarter.
The deficit was as many as 13.
Yes. And Davis here can make it a 5-point game, which he does. He got us a ball game here with 1:34 to go. He's hit, not 4 straight huge free throws. He's got 23 points, 5 rebounds. And Meigs starting to get closer. They trail by just 5, and now we get a foul.
I don't hate it. I do not hate that at all.
Forcing inbound.
He had just 1 personal foul. Now he's got 2. And now Meigs still has 1 more to
We
give.
really haven't seen Washington Courthouse take a lot of free throws in this game, period. They haven't been fouled a ton. They've made a couple. Aiden Osborne missed a couple a second ago, a key couple of free throws. Now they're going to try and get it in bounds. They don't have anything just yet. They throw it all the way out. It's a risky pass. Osborne, athletic catch. That will go right to the cup. No good. Rebound is Cleland's. Meigs sense the momentum shift. Here come the Marauders. Back up the floor. Tracy had it poked away, and Davis couldn't corral it. It was a little Jose Alvarado there. Grand Theft Alvarado kind of play where the sneak behind steal. And now we get a Meigs timeout. 1:13, a missed opportunity again for the Marauders. They trail by 5. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside, strap in for the finish when we come back. Washington Courthouse leads it by 5. You're tuned in to our convocation coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier
Have been watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
That was Meigs' final timeout. So they are out of timeouts for the last minute 13 here. We'll see how important that may prove to be. Washington Courthouse will have the basketball here on the inbound. They try to get it up. This is thrown away, and it's stolen away by Meigs.
It was tipped on the inbound.
It was. What a great play as Tracy gets it over the time stripe, and another chance for Meigs to make something happen here. Tracy inside, all the way back out to Buechler. Under a minute. Here is Davis. If it's going to happen, it's going to be from him. And there's a poke. Risky there from Hughes. He's got 4 personal fouls. Also of note for Meigs, Buechler has 4 personal fouls.
Washington Courthouse had Jackson Everhart wide open in the front court for an easy lay-in on that inbound. That's where they were looking.
Tracy with a good movement there to keep the basketball. Almost lost it. Now gets it up and it's fouled. So back to the free throw line we go with 52.2 Owen Tracy, good job fighting through some contact, gets a shot up. And you can see, look at the weariness, the effort. I mean, just take a look at every Meigs player right now, with maybe the exception of Hudson, who has had a chance to check in and out a couple of times. As Tracy's first free throw goes down, they're winded, they're tired, but they're battling. The effort is on display, and they have clawed their way back into this game. It looked lost there for a moment.
It was 52-39 at one point.
It was. How about an 11-2 run? How about a 12-2 run? It's a one-score game in the Convo. And then we get a quick foul. That's the last foul Meigs had to give. So 49.8 to go. That foul on Hudson, the second foul for him.
I don't hate that one either. Still 50
and
seconds
he comes
left.
right out of the game. Or nope. No, they don't.
Psych.
Not. So now we get what looks like almost, if you've watched rugby, like a line out. Now they get all the way through, and they get it into the backcourt. Almost stolen away there by Buechler, who's got to be careful. He jump step. They wanted a walk. No call.
How is that not a walk?
I thought that was a walk. I suppose not. Davis now. He's got it back. Spinning. Putting up a shot. No good off the roll. Rebound Osborne. And we get a foul.
Serious question.
And look at Davis. He's demanding it. I don't know if we can, and that's obviously that will send Courthouse to the line. Now Osborne did miss the last two free throws. That looked like I don't pretend to be a basketball expert, but that looked like a walk to me.
It looked like a jump step through the lane.
Osborne, another missed free throw. So Meigs will have a chance to make this a one-score game no matter what. They got to hit a three. You don't have to, but you got it. They haven't hit a three since, I believe, Grimm hit a three.
Yeah, at the end of that third quarter.
At the end of the third quarter. Osborne finally gets one to go down. 6-point game. Tracy gets by one, gets by two, quickly to the cup, got it. Perfect possession for Meigs.
Now
they get it quickly, and a quick foul.
One thing that I think is lost in high school basketball is the fact that under a minute like that, when you lay the basketball in, the clock continues to run, and you have 5 seconds to get it in.
Unioto lost like that last year in this building. I apologize to any Sherman Tank fans that are still watching after their win earlier. Maybe they've got a chance to exercise those demons in a little bit. But they lost to Riverview because they scored a 2. They were down by 3. They scored a 2 off they tried to miss a free throw by accident, made it, and Riverview didn't have to inbound the ball at all. It was under 3 seconds. Both free throws missed. So Meigs with a huge opportunity here. Davis getting it inside. Jump step 3. No good.
That's bad. You don't have to play hero ball. It doesn't have to be you. Not a good look.
9.7 to go.
And people are going to make the argument, I want the ball in the hands of my best player, and I absolutely get that.
I would have gone for the quick 2 again.
You can get an extra pass in there and get it back still.
Inside now.
Foul.
This is
Got a foul.
He has to foul, and it has to be Buechler, and that has to be his 5th. So Buechler is done.
Precious seconds came off the clock right there, and Meigs still has to score twice in 6 seconds.
That's his 5th.
It's looking bleak for the Marauders.
Yeah, they had their chances here late, and that might be what stings the most is they fought, right? They were behind. They had a real chance here in this fourth quarter. And it looks like, unfortunately for the Marauders, they're going to come up just short one more time. Haithcock now, what a great performance from him. 18 points, 13 rebounds, make it 19.
He has been outstanding here tonight for Washington Courthouse. That is going to be a fun matchup between the Blue Lions and the Sherman Tanks.
Yep.
Should this score hold, obviously, you know Unioto's not going to come out cold from the field like they did earlier tonight.
Yep. We get a 30-second timeout here from Washington Courthouse from head coach Shannon Bartruff. Trying to make sure they have all the I's dotted, the T's crossed before they wrap things up. It's a full media timeout. We'll take it as well. 59-53, Washington Courthouse looking to close it out when we come back on Total Media Sports.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
6.4, Meigs trying to pull off a miracle. They're going to need a quick three. Davis, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Davis puts it up. This is good if it goes. That's money. And then the clock will run out. Meigs comes up just short in the Convocation Center. Big congrats to the Blue Lions. They get it done. Washington Courthouse will be back next week. What a game. Meigs fall just short. Washington Courthouse with the victory, 59-56. We'll step aside one final time tonight, and we will get ready here. We'll talk a little bit about what we're going to see tomorrow night. We got 2 more games. We'll give you some quick previews there, as well as recount what we saw today. We'll step aside one final time here. This has been the broadcast presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. We'll be right back on Total Media Sports. Back at the Convo. What a day. What a day. 4 games, 4 big winners, 4 teams we will see back here on Thursday night, all the way back. It feels like it was yesterday now, even though it's only just about 8:30 here in the Convo. We started out with that matchup between Circleville, and I even have to remember, just because it's been so long, who they played.
Circleville and Waverly.
Yes. No. Those are the teams that are going to play each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Circleville
right.
played.
Circleville played against Galley Academy.
Oh my God,
That's correct. I know. We've been here for a while.
Our brains are fried.
We appreciate you guys out there as well if you've been following along for all these games. Yes. So Circleville took down Galley Academy. Waverly then took down New Lexington. Then the game the game before that, Unioto defeated Logan Elm, and then we just saw Washington Courthouse take down Meigs, and so that sets up the matchups. Waverly will take on Unioto. That'll be Thursday. That's the SE1 District Championship, and then in the SE2 District Championship, we will have Meigs it will be Washington Courthouse take on Unioto. Two good games. I expect two solid matchups. So looking ahead to tomorrow, we will be back here. We will be back with you guys once again. Two games coming up for you guys tomorrow. It will be in Division 5, Region 19. This first game is a mouth-watering matchup. It's Chesapeake, who are the number 1 overall seed in Division 5, Region 19. This is a really, really good, really talented basketball team. Obviously, they bring back a lot of the talent that won the district last year. John Cooper Barker is back. Caden Perkins is back. But the big player, the big hitter, Maddox Kazee, the junior guard, he is one of the best players in Southeast Ohio, bar none. Philip Thacker, Carson Frecka as well. A lot of those big players, those were a lot of names you might have heard on our broadcast last year. They're back. And then Wellston, it's the Wes Briggs show. What a big player he is. One of the best in the TVC.
Some of them were here yesterday as well, just watching. Obviously, you weren't scouting because it was Division 3 in Wellston and Chesapeake and D5, but I saw some of those guys here last night just hanging around the convo. They're ready.
They are ready. In that second game, we will have another team that's very used to playing at the Convocation Center. It is the Zane Trace Pioneers. They are all sorts of ready to keep things rolling, and they will take on Winchester Eastern, another team who we saw here on we're two Athens County kids. We saw them take on and take down Nelsonville York earlier in this postseason. So we'll see how those two teams fare. That's the 4-5 matchup in that region. Then as we roll through to Tuesday, we go to the other side of the Division 5 bracket. It's a grudge match. It's the oldest rivalry in Ohio football. Obviously, we're not on the gridiron, but we are focused on mostly the real southeast part of the state, where we get Ironton taking on Portsmouth. Of course, that game's been played over 140 times on the gridiron. They played a decent amount in basketball too. Ironton, very, very good this year. Only 2 losses on the season. Very capable, very good team. They'll be expected to go far. And then they will face off with the winner of Wheelersburg and Fairland. Let me tell you, Ironton and Wheelersburg playing, if you guys know what has happened over the last couple of weeks and months on the football field and with everything that happened off the football field, especially concerning the Ironton Fighting Tigers, you know that game between Ironton and Wheelersburg might have a little bit of an extra edge to it. So obviously,
I don't think there's any might about it.
Honestly,
there definitely will be.
Look, but you cannot give. Last year there was a massive fight in an Ironton Wheelersburg basketball game, for those of you who remember that. So both of those teams need to take care of business. You can't write out Portsmouth. You can't write off Fairland. But if that were to happen, would it be a big-time matchup? And that would be coming on Friday. And then we'll get to later in the week. When we get to later in the week, lots of other big games coming up as well. We get to district championships on Wednesday with Marietta taking on New Philadelphia. Chillicothe will take on Steubenville. Thursday, it'll be Unioto versus Washington Courthouse and Circleville versus Waverly. Then on Saturday and Sunday, we'll get into those Division 5, 6, and 7. Saturday, we'll have 2 games, and then Sunday, we'll have 4 games, just like we did today with the Division 6 and 7 district championships. But I'm going to go home and drink a lot of tea and honey because we have done a lot of talking today, Daniel. We're going to make sure our stream crew gets out of here at a decent hour as well, and we're going to wrap things up from the Convocation Center. What a great day of basketball for our amazing crew, who've been working pretty much since the sun came up, and now the sun is down outside the Convocation Center. We want to give them a huge shout-out. Dylan Euler, our producer, a couple of these other great guys, Will Corbin behind the scenes doing some amazing work. We appreciate them a whole lot. They've been doing a great job.
Media.
Will has been running the show. All those great pictures you guys are seeing on our Total Media Facebook page, that's all Will. He's been doing an amazing job, and shout out to every single one of our guys here on our Total Media crew. They'll be back. They'll be with us all week long as we take you through the OHSAA playoffs. But that'll do it for us. For Daniel Martin, I've been Ethan Sargent. We will see you tomorrow for more OHSAA playoff action. Have a great Sunday night, everybody.
Thanks for watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.